It was a place covered in soft yellow sand, and it was next to a glistening blue sea.
It's a lovely sandy beach.
Olive looked down and saw she was wearing flippers. She tried to walk but fell flat on her beak.
Don't worry, little ostrich.
Boomed a loud voice.
I'll save you.
A strong-looking horse helped Olive up. He had the shiniest mane of hair and the brightest smile she had ever seen. He wore a red jacket and spoke into a megaphone.
Hi, I'm David Hoppyhoof, beach lifeguard.
Hey, your loud voice is making me ears ring.
You'll get used to it. I'm always here, so if anybody gets into any trouble on this beach, I will rescue them.
Well, you're a real hero.
Just doing my job.
Boomed David as he proudly combed his shiny hair. Just then, Olive heard a cry coming from the sea. 2 tigers were in trouble. Their claws had punctured their rubber dinghy.
Help! We're sinking.
David, those tigers need your help.
But David had disappeared. Olive couldn't see him anywhere. Then she noticed a very funny-looking sandcastle. Olive shook her head.
Why are you pretending to be a sandcastle, David? Those tigers need you to rescue them.
I can't.
But that's your job. You're the beach lifeguard.
I was only pretending. I've always wanted to be a lifeguard, so I borrowed this outfit. The truth is, I never rescued anyone.
David started to cry.
You see, I hate the water. It makes my hair go all frizzy.
Help! We're still sinking.
Olive spotted David's huge comb and a surfboard lying nearby.
Oh, cool. A surfboard? I think I may have an idea.
David and Olive grabbed the surfboard and using David's comb as a paddle, they paddled out and rescued the tigers.
Hooray! You're our heroes.
They paddled back to the beach. David didn't get a drop of water on his shiny hair until...
There you go, my tiger friends. Back safely on dry land.
As David lifted the tigers onto the beach, he started to wobble.
Oh.
And then he toppled backwards into the sea.
Oh, your hair looks different.
Exclaimed Olive.
I love it. It's so big and it's so bouncy. It's really beach chic. Excuse me.
Came a stern voice. It belonged to an even bigger horse, who really did look like a lifeguard.
My name is Big Jim, and I am the lifeguard of this beach. What are you doing with my megaphone? I'm sorry. I only borrowed it so I could pretend to be a lifeguard like you.
Big Jim smiled.
I think you should keep it. After seeing you bravely rescue those tigers, I think you would make a great assistant lifeguard. Why, thank you.
Beamed David. He was thrilled. He couldn't believe his dream had finally come true.
And now you've got the perfect beach haircut as well.
Said Olive. They all laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I've been helping Hoppyhoof the lifeguard.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. She could hear some tinkly music. It was coming from a little white van that was parked nearby. And Olive could see all sorts of things inside the van.
Oh, burger, those look tasty.
Exclaimed Olive. Olive was wearing a white overall and a special paper hat. She could hear strange grunts coming from inside the van.
Hello? Are you all right?
Asked Olive, and she reached in through the window to help. Up popped a very cold lady.
Thanks.
Shivered the lady.
I'm Millie Vanilla.
I'm Olive. Pleased to meet you. Oh, you're cold. You need to warm up.
Oh, no. If I do that, my ice cream will melt, and I need it for a birthday party.
Ice cream?
Yes.
It's a very tasty treat, and I don't want to boast, but my ice cream is the very best.
She reached into the freezer and scooped some ice cream into a cornet for Olive to taste.
I add a secret ingredient.
Whispered Millie, and she stuck a stick of chocolate on top. Olive licked the ice cream.
It's very tasty.
Like I said, the very best. Now I mustn't be late for the party. Would you like to help me?
Oh, yes, please.
Olive jumped into the van and they drove off. They were nearly there when Olive heard a bang. The van stopped with such a bump that all the chocolate sticks fell out of the window. Olive and Millie got out to see what was wrong. One of the tyres was completely flat.
All the air's leaked out.
But Millie was more worried about the big brown puddle on the ground.
What's worse, all my chocolate sticks have melted in the sun. What am I going to do?
At least we still have the ice cream.
But how can I get to the party with a hole in my tyre?
Olive looked through the ice cream van window and saw the cornets and cherries.
Cornets? Cherries? I think I may have an idea.
She bit the end off a cornet and stuck it in the hole in the tyre. Then she scooped up the melted chocolate and poured it in through the hole. When the tyre was full, Olive plugged the hole with a cherry.
Oh, good as new. Thanks, Olive.
And so, with the tyre fixed, they drove to the party. The children cheered as Olive and Millie handed out ice cream cornets, but the birthday boy looked puzzled.
Where's my chocolate stick?
He asked. Millie began to sniffle.
He only likes ice cream with a chocolate stick stuck in it.
Well, never mind.
Olive told the boy.
This is the very best ice cream.
Not without the chocolate stick, it isn't.
He noticed the mended tyre.
Hey, if I can't have a chocolate stick, can I have that cherry?
Oh, not that one.
Cried Olive. But before Olive could stop him, the boy pulled the cherry out of the tyre. Chocolate sprayed out of the hole, splashing everyone and everything.
Oh, no.
Said Olive. But then she heard the birthday boy laughing.
Hey, this chocolate tastes amazing. In fact, this is the very best chocolate in the world.
Surprised, Olive and Millie tasted their ice creams. Yum!
Yum.
I don't want to boast, but he's right.
Boasted Millie.
Which makes this the very best ice cream in the world.
Everyone laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I made the very best ice cream in the world.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. The sun was high in the sky, and Olive found herself in the middle of a desert. She was wearing a strange hat.
Oh, Bagheera, what a big fancy hat. But where am I? And what are these big spiky things? Are they some sort of plant?
Suddenly, something long and squiggly appeared right behind Olive. When she noticed it, she was so surprised she stumbled back straight into one of the spiky plants.
Bagheera! Ow! Ow! Me bottom! Me bottom! Oh!
I'm sorry. Please let me help you.
Olive sighed, relieved.
I'm Olive. Thanks so much for pulling out those horrible spikes. I didn't hear you coming. That's why I got so surprised.
Hola, I am Reptilina. I am a rattlesnake. Sorry that I scared you.
That's okay. I could see you're not scary.
Whenever I try to make friends, they always get scared away. Other rattlesnakes have rattles on their tails, so you can hear them coming. But mine, it don't work, see? People get scared of snakes, especially when they can't hear them coming.
Well, we'll have to find something that can make your tail sound again.
Olive looked around the desert. Soon, she spotted an old bicycle horn.
Oh, this will make a great new sound for your tail.
She carefully attached the horn to Reptilina's tail, and Reptilina tried it out.
It's a nice sound, but not quite right.
What about these?
Olive had found some bells on the ground. Reptilina tried them instead of the horn.
It's a bit closer, but my tail should rattle, you know.
Olive looked around once more. She spotted some rubbish left after a campfire.
An empty can of beans, some small rocks, and a stick. I think I may have an idea.
Olive put the small rocks and the stick inside the can. Then she attached it to Reptilina's tail.
Give this a try.
Olive, this is perfect. Thank you so much.
Suddenly, Olive and Reptilina heard some music. Two men in big hats appeared. Both were playing guitars.
Hola, we are local mariachi band, and that is beautiful sounding rattling tail you have. Why, thank you.
Replied Reptilina.
Hey, our drama. He is very ill after eating a mega spicy burrito, and now we can't keep our rhythm.
Said the other mariachi.
But maybe you, your amazing rattling tail, could join our band.
I think I'm too shy.
Reptilina said sadly.
Don't be shy, Reptilina.
Said Olive.
I'll even join in myself.
Olive picked up the horn.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This must be the best sounding rattle tail ever.
Olive played along with Reptilina and the mariachi band until the sun was setting.
Thanks so much for getting me my rattle back.
Said Reptilina.
And thanks for finding us a new rhythm section.
Said the mariachi.
That's okay.
Said Olive.
I was a bit rattled when I first arrived, but now I feel just fine.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I was in a band with a rattlesnake.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive found herself on a large float surrounded by colourful decorations. She was wearing a beautiful headdress and could hear amazing music.
Oh, wow, I love that beat.
Just then, she heard a strange sound and turned to see a flamboyant peacock drying his feathers with a hairdryer.
Perfecto.
Wow, I like your feathers.
Oh, gracias. My name is Fernando, the Carnival King with beautiful colors.
That's a long name. I'm Olive, the, ostrich with blue and white feathers.
And they are beautiful feathers. Welcome to the Rio Carnival, Olive.
Thanks. What's the Rio Carnival?
It's the greatest street party of the year, right here in Rio, Brazil.
Oh, I love parties.
Then you are just the assistant I need. Can you help me decorate my carnival float and stick up all these colorful garlands, please?
Okay.
As Olive picked up one of the garlands, it unfurled like a long, wiggly snake.
Oh, this is tricky.
You're doing great, Olive. Just need to stick it to the float with some sticky tape. Now, time for Fernando to blow up his masterpiece.
Fernando attached a big floppy balloon to a balloon-blowing machine and turned it on. The balloon quickly filled with air and became an amazing giant bird.
It will be the biggest balloon in the carnival.
But now Olive was getting in a real muddle with the paper garland.
Oh, dear.
She had somehow got it tangled around her legs and couldn't reach the sticky tape on the floor. As she stretched to grab it, Olive toppled backwards and knocked over the balloon blower, breaking off the lever.
Oh no! My balloon is getting bigger and bigger.
The balloon blower blew and blew until Fernando's special balloon finally went pop, and the balloon blower ran out of air.
My balloon blower, what a disaster!
Attention, the carnival will begin in 1 minute.
1 minute? What can we do, Olive?
Sticky tape, a hairdryer. I think I may have an idea.
With Fernando's help, Olive used the sticky tape to seal the hole in the balloon, and together they blew it up using Fernando's hairdryer. The balloon got bigger and bigger,
It's working, Olive.
but the hairdryer was filling the giant balloon with hot air, which rises, and soon the balloon floated right off the ground.
Cake!
Olive held on tightly to the balloon,
My balloon!
and Fernando held on tightly to Olive's legs.
The carnival is starting!
Olive and Fernando floated up into the sky, away from the carnival.
Olive, we have to get down!
Don't worry, Fernando.
Olive reached up the side of the balloon and tore off the tape. As the air escaped through the hole, the balloon sent Olive and Fernando soaring across the sky. They whizzed about all over the place until the balloon ran out of air. The empty balloon parachuted them safely down, and they both landed back on the float, and the deflated balloon dropped onto her head like a headdress. They looked magnificent, and they got a huge round of applause.
Olive the ostrich with the blue and white feathers, you are my carnival queen.
You know, Fernando, I could almost burst with pride.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I was carnival queen at the Rio Carnival.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive found herself on a seaside pier lined with amusement stalls all covered in flashing lights.
Oh, this place looks like fun. But where is everyone?
Out from behind a counter appeared a man in a stripy waistcoat.
Hello, and welcome to Cuthbert's Candy Hut.
Hello, Cuthbert. I'm Olive.
Oh, so what tickles your taste buds, Olive? Juicy jelly bear, a tasty stick of seaside rock, or the best candy floss on the whole pier?
Oh, can I try the candy floss, please?
Cuthbert poured a pink sugar mixture into his machine, spun it round in the bowl, dipped in a stick, and gave Olive some bright pink candy floss.
That's delicious.
And that's not the only treat round here. Let me show you the rest of the pier.
First, Cuthbert took Olive on the ghost train.
Cake, that was some scary stuff.
Next, they looked in the Hall of Mirrors, which turned Olive and Cuthbert into weird and wonderful wibbly-wobbly shapes. Last was the giant teacup ride. It spun so fast, it made them both really dizzy.
Wow, that was fun. This pier's amazing, Cuthbert. Why is no one here enjoying themselves?
Oh, no one visits the pier anymore. They're all too busy. At this rate, I'll have to close my candy hut forever.
Well, look, here's someone. I'm sure they'll love the pier.
All right, mister, got any candy floss, please?
Said a boy. Cuthbert gave him some candy floss he'd already made.
You serious, bro? That is tiny. This pier is rubbish. I'm off.
Please, wait just a second. Cuthbert, your candy flosses are a bit small, but maybe I can help.
Olive looked around.
Giant spinning cups, big candy canes. I think I may have an idea.
Olive and Cuthbert poured the candy floss mixture into one of the giant cups on the teacup ride. Olive pulled the lever and dipped in a large candy cane to make the biggest candy floss ever.
Wow, that's well wicked. Nice one, Olive, bro. Cheers, mister.
But no one noticed that Olive had left the ride switched on.
Olive, look.
Olive turned to see a gigantic ball of candy floss.
Cake, it's getting bigger.
That is well cool.
Suddenly, there was a gust of wind which blew the candy floss out of the teacup and all the way into town. And as it did, it rolled over a policeman.
What's all this then? Whoa!
He got caught up in the sticky mess. Then it rolled over a lollipop lady.
My side means stop! Oh!
It also rolled over everyone at the skate park.
Dude, no way!
Finally, it blew to the top of a skating ramp, stopped, then rolled all the way back down the street to Olive and Cuthbert on the pier.
We'd better unstick everyone, quick.
Olive and Cuthbert used the candy canes to hook everyone out.
They do all sound angry.
But just then, the people noticed all the rides.
A teacup ride, a ghost train, a hall of mirrors.
Everyone remembered how great the pier was, and they all ran off to have fun, while Cuthbert sold lots and lots of candy floss.
Would you like another one, Olive, as a thank you for all your help?
I don't know. I think it's time I went to brush my beak after all that sugary candy floss.
Oh, yeah.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Cake? Actually, I helped make the biggest candy floss ball ever.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear,
said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.